anyone thinks that Ripple is not 100% behind XRP is just missing, they've lost the plot. Like, we are totally committed, and we will remain totally committed.
Yeah.
When we talk about the U.S. has a couple things going for it. One is the U.S. dollar. It's the money of the world, right? Like English, like you heard what they said about English. If it's good enough for Jesus, it should be good enough for everyone, right? So this US dollar could, when supported by crypto, work not just on these crummy 50-year-old ACH rails and business hours wire transfer services. This medium, traveling on things like the XRP ledger, this dollar could be the currency of the world. Why shouldn't it be? It already is in the traditional world. We just need the tokenized crypto rails form of it, and everybody can live in the Star Trek world. Like in Star Trek in the future, you're not really worried about people paying for dilithium crystals or tribbles, right? There's some currency, and it's in the background, and it moves around intergalactically between Cleons, the Federation, Romulans. We have that technology now. It didn't exist before. And so the US can choose to lead, but if it doesn't lead, its sorry ass is going to be still in dollars, issued, run, overseen by people that live offshore. And so it is an absolute strategic imperative today for the US to lead from the front rather than from behind. And so we have the technologies to do it. I believe there's resistance in pockets of the US political system to that happening, but to me it's a strategic imperative, and I intend to bang the drum and make sure that the US leads rather than lags or obstructs this amazing Star Trek-like future that's there for us.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto and stocks flat right now. And if we look at the indicators, cryptos and stocks should be pumping. And right now, we're seeing yield rates being pushed down. And part of that reason is Janet Yellen. The other part, we know a distraction is right around the corner. We see the drums are getting louder. Now we have the dollar slightly up. We have volume and crypto up. And we have Tether and USDC. Now we have Bybit to integrate USDE as collateral asset and in Bitcoin and Ethereum spot pairs. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $468 billion yesterday. And make sure you're pulling a repo on a daily basis. Now, we have Hong Kong forms industry community to develop wholesale CBDCs and tokenization. And the emerging markets last year, we heard a lot from Singapore. This year, guys, has been all about Hong Kong. And we know Hong Kong is a straw man for China. Remember, guys, it's the rise of the dragon and the fourth industrial revolution, along with that digital yuan backed by that digital SDR. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we see the drums getting louder in the Middle East. And guys, do not forget history. History showed us the NWO wanted the Middle East from the beginning, but they always got defeated. That's the reason why they moved over to the West and created this experiment that we're in and used a military complex along with the United States dollar to take over the world. Now they want to disrupt and create chaos in the Middle East to take it over, because that's the last part of the globe that's family-based and spiritual. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale all up right now. And we have Hong Kong spot Bitcoin ETFs see first outflows from China AMC. But remember, guys, they're building a house. They're building the ecosystem. And then we have the SEC punts Galaxy spot Ethereum ETF decision to July. And guys, we know this is nothing but a movie. They're going to bring the drama before it's approved. We know DeFi is definitely the new banking, but we know JP Morgan and the central banks want to control it. Remember, at the end, the NWO is going to rein in all this technology. They're going to pick the winners and losers, and at the end also control the winners. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bitcoin miner marathon market cap jumps 800 million and will be added to the S&P small cap 600 index tomorrow. And guys, remember, Bitcoin mining was under attack, and all of a sudden now these data centers are going to be taking up all this energy, and Bitcoin mining energy use have taken a back seat. And the mainstream media controls the narrative if you don't know any better. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have crypto wallet developer Exodus gets approval for New York Stock Exchange American listing. Also, we have Revolut launches UK crypto exchange. And then lastly, guys, that's all we had on CNBC for the last couple of days on the power of AI. And we know for the last 18 months, AI has been pushed constantly. Machine takeover, robots, algorithms, drones. They're programming the masses for what's about to happen, but we know the masses are definitely not prepared. So we know while the NWO builds, the sheep sleep. And by the time they wake up, these machines would have taken over the economy. Now, if you have my NWO book, you know all about Singularity Net and its token. And we see AI tokens getting a boost. But we have Arif Khan, speaking of AI agents, doing crypto transactions and managing a large part of our lives. And then the fourth industrial revolution is going to be all about that digital twin. Because if you think about it, the phone for a lot of people is already their digital twin. And when you're looking at humanity, we are creatures of habit. We like to do the same things. And if you have a machine that has learned your habits, they'll be able to do everything for you. And here in America, we know how lazy people are, and they won't mind it until it turns against them. We have the start of Shemitah in about 4 years. And that's when the sheep are going to start entering inside the metaverse. Transhumanism, half man, half amazing. And when you hear Elon and all these other NWO puppets speaking of space, and that's exactly where they're going to send you. But it's going to be artificial. Remember, that's the only thing man can create. They only can give you the illusion. And we're starting to see all these movies, all these TV shows like Star Trek come to life. But again, it's all an illusion. Remember, guys, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks, And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.